Hello, everyone. My name is Jonas, and I'm going to present my presentation over the classification of deforestation in the municipality of Altamira for the class GEO 551651. So, to start, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a context over the region that we're going to be looking at. So, first of all, this municipality is inside the Amazon rainforest, which is one of the most essential biomes in the world and home to a large variety of plants and animals. In addition, it has a large role in stabilizing Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide emissions. But in recent years, it has been shrinking due to forest deforestation, fires, mining, and logging. So you guys have a little bit of perspective. On the right side of the screen, you guys can see a map of the Amazon biome. And I put this map to emphasize the amount of the deforestation that's been going on in the Amazon. So as you guys can see on the map, there is another shapefile over the Amazon, which is a shapefile of deforestation data collected by the Institution of People and Environment in Brazil, and it's called ACD, Deforestation Alert System. And this data comprises information since 2004 to 2022. But we're gonna focus our work here on 2021, where the Amazon had seen the biggest increase in deforestation, 29% in the last 10 years was the biggest one. And so, but we're gonna shrink down a little bit more our research. We're going to be focused on the municipality, as said before, and this municipality is in the state of Pará, which is the leader in deforestation in the Amazon. It had devastated in the year of 2021 more than 4,000 kilometers square of forests. And related to the data that we're going to use, for example, the ACD, we're going to be using the ACD, which is from the Institute of People and Environment, but also all the institutions in Brazil had been doing jobs on monitoring this part of the Brazil. One of the many examples is the University of Maryland with the GLAD system and INP with the TER system, all of them using remote sensing technologies to analyzing images and to classify deforestation in the images, right? Uh, the study area that we're going to be focusing on is the municipality of Altamira. The municipality of Altamira is one of the biggest municipalities in the world, behind just for other two municipalities in Groenland. Sorry, I forgot the name of the country in English, but it's Altamira is located in the southern region of the state of Pará and has a total area of 159,533.73 kilometers square, and is one of the biggest deforestation rates in the Amazon. According to the SAD informations, the state of Altamira is always on the top 10 municipalities of deforestation, mainly in the summertime. This deforestation rate increases. And the data that we're going to be using is Sentinel-2 imagery, SCAD, the deforestation alert system shapefile, and the hydrography for Altamira. This data is going to be used because Sentinel-2 is going to be the image that we're going to be using as our samples. SAD is going to be divided in two for 2021 and prior to 2021, and hydrography to classify water as well. And I said that because it has to do with the class division that we'll be doing. We're going to be separating our data in four different types of classes. First of all, vegetation, 2021 deforestation, deforestation prior to 2021, and water. We're going to be doing this split on the SAD data because we want to divide to see if our random forest model will be able to identify deforestation of 2021 and make a differentiation between what was classified before 2021 and what is classified in 2021. So for the random forest, we're going to be using the SAD polygons, and we're going to actually sample 5,000 points that are going to be distributed by each class. So in total, we're going to be dealing with 20,000 points to sample. And we're going to be using a mosaic of 2022 of Altamira to pick up the points and sample the image to train our classifying using random forest. And our random forest is going to be made of 10 decision trees. As you guys can see on the right side of the screen, we have one of the results generated by our random forest for the entirety of the Altamira municipality. And the result is actually, as you guys can see also at the legend saying, we have the 4 classes set up in the image. We have deforestation 2021, deforestation prior to 2021, vegetation, water. I also create a interactive map here that I'm gonna show you guys. Let me just take my screen right here. So right here, as you guys can see, we have this interactive map that I can zoom in and compare the random forest classification results, the Altamira Sentinel-2 imagery, and also the manually labeled classes. As you guys can see here on the left side of the screen, is it really possible to see that our random forest kinda did well by classifying our deforestation prior to 2021, but what wasn't inside the classes of prior to 2021, we classify most of it as deforestation of 2021, even though it's not part of the shapefile that was discussed prior. But one of the main things that it does classify in kind of wrong is the amount of water that it has been detecting. And this is mainly due to the amount of clouds that can be seen here. So our random forest is actually classifying clouds as water. But when we move to the central part, we can see that it does a really good job with classifying the rivers themselves, although it still kind of classify part of the river as deforestation for 2021. And this is a really interesting one because right here you guys can see there is a little bit of deforestation on the image, and the model really classified it well. So yeah, we can go around and check the results visually. But moving from visually to statistically, we can see here some of the information about our data related mainly to the confusion matrix and accuracy metrics. For the confusion matrix, we can see that our model actually does pretty good job on detecting uh, 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 good points between each classes. So it does map to really good well with the vegetation part, map 4,766 points. Deforestation for 2021, same thing. Water, it does really good job also. But as you guys can see, it does classify some points wrongly. And if you guys spread this between the 5,000 points for each category, it does actually a really good job. But we can analyze this a little bit better looking at the accuracy metrics, which we have an overall accuracy of 72% of accuracy. The producers and consumers statistics also point out that for vegetation, the producers mapped a 95% precision. All of the consumers all recall said that 69% was considered for recall. So, but in the overall, our model had a over 70% of accuracy. And the conclusion that we can get from this is deforestation classification is a really complex text and needs to take a little bit in-depth analysis of the context of the region, right? So the random forest does identify classes pretty good, but there are a little bit more others there are other classification methods that might be able to identify it better, such as deep learning algorithms. A UNet would be also a good approach to try to tackle this problem, mainly when it's related to try to separate uh, prior deforestation and nowadays deforestation. One other approach that could be done to it is to mask the previous deforestation so the model won't be able to identify wrongly past deforestation and new deforestations. Thank you so much for paying attention.